Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to Tears of the Kingdom. It has been over a month and a half since we have played this game because of Spooptober. We had a lot of horror games that we were playing in the month of October, so Tears of the Kingdom did get put on the back burner. But I am very excited and not excited to be back at the same time because I do believe this will be the final installment of the game. We're going to hop in. A little bit of memory came back because I remember coming to the top of the Temple of Time and staring at the castle. I remember doing that. I remember staring at the castle. I didn't realize we had so many hearts. I don't remember how to play. It's been a minute. Hold on. So we have all of these clothes. That's right. We finished this set as well as this one. We've upgraded a few things and we can only do so much. We did, I think, did we upgrade this once to 8? Oh yeah, we discovered that all of the outfits from Link's Awakening, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, obviously Majora's Mask, and whatnot were in the game. But we haven't gotten all the complete outfit pieces. Lots of good bows. We'll probably be using this one to wreck Mr. Dorf himself. Oh, we got the shield. Afragor. Naturally, the Master Sword. Lots of food, which I will be utilizing. Wow. Okay, that's this. Nope, that's this. Oh, how? That's how I do it. Huh. You know, what better ability to hold on to than the one Zelda gave us? Speaking of, where is our girl? We did get quite a few shards from her last time. It has been a long time. It has been. Just as a reminder for those who are watching on YouTube, all of these games do get streamed live on Twitch. Oh, the memories. I do think I kind of want to look at the first and final memory one more time before we get into fighting him. That would be here. Because it's kind of like a tradition. We did it in Breath of the Wild. Okay, so we're going to watch him a little out of order because what's going to happen is it's going to be this, this, then this one, this one, this one, and this one. So only the very end, only because I think they should have moved the order of that because these were the extra 2 memories. So let me practice with this real quick before we get into it. Okay, so we have our bow ready. Gosh, this is where we jumped before. I want to say it was off this platform or this one. I think it was this one. But yeah, let's take a look at our memories, because we're gonna be going straight to Ganon once we go down. I'll probably stop by the fort on the way because it's right there, and then walk over. I would love to glide there, but that's okay. So this is in the Breath of the Wild time frame. Straight to Ganon, Hyrule, yep. We're gonna do a whole series straight to Ganon. You could hear a little bit of the music too when he pulled it up. So good. I do venture to believe that it was at least a minimum of 6 years in between. Because when you think about the first game till now, at least 6 to 7 years, maybe more. But I would definitely say minimum of 6 to 7. Because when you think about, where is it? Profiles. Here we go. These two, they had just gotten married in Breath of the Wild, and in this one, their daughter is old enough to go to the town and live by herself. So, I would venture to say that it could be more, but definitely at least a minimum of 6 to 7. But she can travel and speak fully well on her own, and pretty maturely at that. So you could even say it's been at least 8 to 10, just based on the growth of their daughter. But really makes you think how long the sword was sitting there trying to gain power. And as you guys know, I typically do a lot of minimum talking in between memories, but because we have watched these, I'll do some talking in them. But still not too much. it gives me shivers all over again. Oh, man. Oh, man. We haven't watched this since we first started the game, and now all of it just makes so much more sense. So good. Man. Oh, it's so intense. From the moment he looks at them, calls the sword weak. Gosh, I remember the moment when I saw that sword shatter. So did all of my expectations. I'm like, ain't no way they broke it. And the way that they take away all of your hearts was so creative. Oh, so good. It gets me excited all over again. Hi, SC. 3 stream. Thank you for streaking. Appreciate it. Did you get to the part where Snape killed Zelda Door? By the way, spoiler alert. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we did see Bo on there. The magic cashew. Never gotten too far in this game, like 3 temples max. It's phenomenal. It definitely was... It grew on me a lot. I didn't dislike it by any means, but it grew on me, and the story's phenomenal. 10 out of 10. But here we go. Let's go to the next one. I do wonder how long it had been too, because it doesn't show us with Link waking up. I wonder how long it had been when he woke up after this happened. If maybe it was either a couple days, maybe a couple weeks, because a lot of that malice tore him up. I didn't even think about reading these. Link recovers the Master Sword in the Lost Wood after it's been restored. Zelda is astonished to learn that from the tree that the Master Sword will become even stronger when flooded with sacred power. While investigating the mysterious gloom under Hyrule Castle, Link and Zelda encounter a mummy that attacks them. Events spiral out of control when the Master Sword shatters. Zelda falls into the depths of the earth, and Link, gripped by a mysterious arm, is enveloped in light. Very mysterious indeed. And this next one, after disappearing into the depths of under the castle, Zelda wakes up and meets 2 strangers who introduce themselves as the king and queen. She's left startled by a suspicion that she's heard those names before. Ripsies. Okay, well, here we go. Next memory.
まあ大変。ここは驚かせてしまったようね。ごめんなさい。私はソニアと申します。
そなた、名は何と？
私はハイラル国王ロームが娘、ゼルダ。
これは異なことを。ハイラルは我らが起こした国。私以外に王はおらぬはずだが。
お二人が起こした。あなたが
うん。我が名はラウル。この国の王だ。
ラウル王とソニア王妃。まさか。
And that is when we discovered she was in the past. You're like, whoa, what? What? Because there was a lot of speculation when you give her the sword after trying to leave the Temple of Time, which when you find out the chronological order of all this, it really messes with your head. I'm like, that looks like Hyrule, but it doesn't, right? It looks complete. So it really made you speculate. I dig Mummy Ganon. He's a fun design. It is. It's very unique, very foreboding. I love it so much. Mummy Ganon kind of resembles the shriveled chocolate lady from SpongeBob. I remember when they first invented chocolates. Looking out across the world she found herself in, Zelda realizes she's traveled to the ancient past and questions how she can get back to her own time. Sonia offers some helpful thoughts, but it's the king. See, the only reason I don't say his name, by the way, if anyone's noticed throughout this entire playthrough, is I would feel inclined to say it in the way it's supposed to be said, in the Japanese way. But for me, when I as a kid, I called it purring my R's, it's called rolling your R's. I feel like I might overdo it with the second R in his name, and that's the only reason I don't say it. But it's a phenomenal name. Who realizes his older sister. Same thing with his sister. I do say her name properly, but there's only one R in it. Might know a way Zelda can travel forward in time. So I know some people say the English way is like rar. I don't even like saying it raru. I don't know how they say it with the R's. It's really hard for me personally. But saying it the Japanese way, or even her name, the Japanese way, is much easier for me. But I adore his sister. I adore his sister.
Yeah, 私が知っている景色ではありません。神話としてしか語られていない遥か昔。本当にハイラル建国の時代なのですね。
我らも驚いているよ、ゼルダ殿。だが、ソニアと同じ時を司る秘跡の持ち主なら信じるに値する。
あら、秘跡なんてなくても私はすぐに信じたわよ、ラウル。彼女からは私の力とあなたの光の力、何より同じ血の縁を感じるもの。
うん、確かに。それでゼルダ殿、先ほど一刻も早く元の時代に戻らなければいけないと言っておられたが。
はい。 私の時代では大変なことが起こっていて、早く戻らねばならないのに、その術がここにどうやって来たのかさえ何もわからなくて。ねえゼルダさん、とにかく一度落ち着かなきゃ。私たちのお城においでなさい。いえ、それは。みんなには私の遠い縁者として紹介するわ。嘘ってわけじゃないしね。着替えも用意しましょう。ゆっくりと考えれば知恵も浮かぶわ。ありがとうございます。
そうだ。ミネルなら時を超える術を心得ておるやもしれぬ。
ミネルさん？
ああ、誰よりもゾナウの英知を知り尽くし、我らと同じ秘跡を携えし者、私の姉だ。
I don't know if you guys noticed when the queen elbowed him and the camera panned out, he was rubbing his hip where she elbowed him. And I also did just realize they both share the same eye color. I didn't realize that the first time. Because we already knew she was a descendant, but now I could see that they share an eye color. It's pretty neat. After examining the Pura pad, she accepts that Zelda is from a different time and explains the only way she might get to the future is by using draconification. It's a forbidden act, however, because Zelda would need to sacrifice her sense of self. He tells a disappointed Zelda to speak with Sonia and learned more about her power over time itself.
一通り見せてもらいましたが、確かにこの時代の技術ではありませんね。でもワープという機能はここでも使えるようにできるかもしれない。少しいじってみたいのだけれど、お借りしていいかしら。
はい、ミネル様、何かのお役に立つのなら。
ではお借りするわ。
私が未来から来たこと信じていただけますか？
初めから疑ってなどいません。
ゼルダ殿が元の時代に戻る方法はわかるか、姉上。
あなたが時を超えてきたのは秘跡の力によるものでしょう。そもそも秘跡とは持ち主の力を倍化する秘宝です。私であれば肉体から抜け出す魂の力、ラウルであれば魔を滅する光の力、ソニアは時を司る力。あなたからは光と時、二つの力を感じるわね。倍化されているのは時の力のようだけど。
時の力？
しかし秘跡はあくまで力を倍化するだけ。実際にそれを制御し行使するのはあなた自身だから、あなたが帰り方をわからないというなら、秘跡にまつわる伝承に流化の法と呼ばれる禁じられた術があります。秘跡を飲んだ者は調整不能の竜となり。
You can hear a little bit of her theme in this music.
なるほど。ある意味で時を超える術か。これが何かの手がかりになるのではということだな。
ええ。しかし伝承には続きがあります。竜へと姿を変えた者の心は永劫に戻らない。禁じられた術と伝わるゆえんです。
You could hear the dragon music too.
糸口になると思ったのですが、永久に自我を失ってしまうのでは本末転倒ですね。ごめんなさい。お役に立てなくて。
振り出しか。とはいえ、ゼルダ殿が力への理解を深めれば、新しい発見があるやもしれぬ。使い方をソニアに習ってみるのはどうかな。
I wonder what the tears signify, because Sonia has them all along both of her eyes, and Zelda has one under each side of her face. So I do, because if you look at them too, they have it on their face. So I really wonder what that signifies. And mind you, I've never played the Age of Calamity or whatever like the games are in between. Like one of them just came out, I want to say last month or the month before for Zelda. It's like their little RPG game. I've never played it, but I was told there's more history on it. So this is just me trying to, you know, throw the ball and try to figure stuff out. But Age of Imprisonment, yeah, that one. Those are the warrior games? Yeah, those ones. I've never played them. But I was told there was some history in them. I love when you can pick up notes of characters' themes sprinkled in. Absolutely. I do appreciate watching these again and being able to see or read or hear something new that I didn't realize the first time. Because the first time you watch it, it's like watching a movie. You're so entranced, you're reading it, you're looking at all the stuff, and you're like, what's going on? You're trying to figure it out. Now that we know what's going on, I get to see so much more happening. And I really appreciate it. Lay motives? Is that what it is when there's different notes in it? I haven't played them either. I didn't know they had lore. I knew about it, that they had lore, because people on Facebook were freaking out, saying there was lore in the new one that came out. The Breath of the Wild one is an alternate timeline, so it's not canon. Oh, okay. But I'm assuming this one is canon, correct? The one that came out for Tears of the Kingdom? Leitmotif is a noun, a recurrent theme throughout a musical or literary composition associated with a particular person, idea, or situation. Oh, that is exactly what it is. Yeah, the replay value is phenomenal. Okay, the Gerudo Assault. The Chief Gerudo, Ganondorf, dun dun dun. We finally get to see him in his push to conquer Hyrule. Uses a swarm of Molduga, which, by the way, I loved fighting in Wind Waker. 10 out of 10 boss theme. To assault the castle. When the king uses his powers to unleash an attack that destroys the swarm, Ganondorf notices the Zonai Secret Stone on his hand. The sight of it draws a sinister smile from Ganondorf. Age of Imprisonment is canon. It's what happens to Zelda while she's in the past. See, I would love to play it because I want to see what it entails. I just don't know anything about the style of the game and whatnot, so I would have to look into it. Age of Imprisonment is canon adjacent. Do you like hack and slashes? Yeah, I mean, I grew up playing them. Man, this song is such a freaking bop. I love it. Gosh, Zelda's is so much brighter. Oh, so good. It gives me shivers. So good.
モルドラジークが一瞬で今のは一体
力押しではダメか。あれがゾナウの秘跡。面白い。
I would love to have his eyesight. Like, how can he see so far away? I want his eyesight. But I am surprised in multiple aspects of this memory that he utilizes the Molduga instead of his own power, because we already know Ganondorf is strong as frick, because the stones only amplify the power you already carry. So we already know that he's strong. So why didn't he utilize any of his power against them? He had to use the Molduga. I also want to comment on how neat the Gerudo look, because the hairstyle is completely different from the way that their customs carry them today, which is very neat. I love it. Minus them having ponytails, because they'll have ponytails. If you've played any of the Dynasty Warrior games, so say, okay, I'll have to play Age of Imprisonment, because I would love to get more lore of what happened in between Zelda and this world of Hyrule versus what we experience in all the games today, because this is supposed to be the founding, right? And I would assume this takes place after Skyward Sword, where Hyrule is fully founded, because that lineage of Zelda is different. She wasn't a princess, she wasn't a queen, she wasn't born from that direct line, but she was a reincarnation of the goddess. So it's very interesting how they try to tie in all of these different timelines. But this is the founding of the kingdom itself. So I would assume this is quite a bit of time after the Skyward Sword version. But also, if Zelda was the reincarnation, where does Sonia come into play, right? Because she shares the blood of both of them, like their lineage. But also the question remains, if they share blood, did they have children? Because it doesn't show it in this game. So that's why I'm very curious if Age of Imprisonment really ties back into this, and we get to see some of that. Ganondorf's girlfriend plays a mean whatever it is. I don't know what it is, some kind of horn, but I dig it. But welcome in, Salta. Beyond 2020. I know that vision is insane. The Gerudo Mohawk. Yeah, she looked pretty spicy. They still have their wicked abs and calves, so I also don't see Mohawk Lady in this. Right here. A show of fealty. Invited before the court of Hyrule, Ganondorf kneels before the king and pledges his fealty while concealing a smile that says otherwise. Still, Zelda's uneasy and tells him that she's certain the chief has treachery on his mind. He reassures her that he's been fully aware of it. Oh, I see Mohawk Lady.
首相なりガノンドロフ、そなたらがハイラル王国に基準することを認めよう。ゲルド一族で100年に1人しか生まれぬと言われる男子、生まれながらの王と呼ばれるマスラ王、我がハイラルに迎え入れられるは誠に頼もしき試技である。光栄にございます。ゾナウ族がその昔天から降臨された姿は
まさに神のようであったとか。その末裔であらせられる陛下が今はハイラルの一族の娘をめとり、部族を超えて世を治めておられる諸生たるや。お見事。しかしかくも高潔なゾナウ族があとは陛下と姉君を残して滅びゆくのみとは誠に残念でございます
な。たとえ私が滅びようとこの安寧崩させはせん。我らの国はこれから長く続く。こたびはご苦労であった。期待しておるぞガノンドロフ。下がるがよい。
はは。
ラウル様、私はあの者の奥底に黒き野心を感じます。それにあの名、嫌な予感が。
奴の邪悪な本性は見えている。しかしなればこそ我が内に入れて目を光らせておきたいのだ。案ずることはない。
It's crazy because he stared at Sonya so many times for her stone. But what I also don't understand is in Breath of the Wild, not even Tears of the Kingdom when she saw him at the beginning. In Breath of the Wild, she fought Ganondorf. She was not only born preparing for him, because that's what her father had her train for. So she knew his name and who he was. But she fought him for over 100 years in that castle. So why in a moment like this wouldn't she speak of it saying, in my time, however many years ago, I have fought one of his reincarnations, right? Because all of them are just reincarnations of him. Different forms of malice that come through. And I'm surprised because in this case she would, I don't know if it's because she's trying to remain like out of all of the happenings, because it's the past. It's like a butterfly effect. You don't really want to affect what happens, but there's nothing that you can do if you're thrust into it. But why a name like that she wouldn't even speak surprise for. So it's very interesting to see the way that she dealt with this specifically. I'm curious if it's the Ganondorf versus Ganon thing. I guess, yeah, because they fought him in his beast form at the end. Maybe that's it, because I just feel that the names are so close that you wouldn't the names are so close that you wouldn't name your child any iteration of Ganondorf's name. You wouldn't want to. It would be all the names of it would be synonymous to his full name. So it's very interesting. Ad break? Okay, we're gonna wait. Okay, ad over for Royal. I don't know if it's over for Monty. Ganon's like the demon inside of him. Yeah, it's his like pure beast form. Like when you play Ocarina of Time, you fight both. And I'm pretty sure it just says Ganon the second time. It doesn't say Ganondorf. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, it says the ads have ended. So I think they should be back. I mean, they say boy moms can be unhinged, but that's wild. Okay, so I'm going to assume Monty's returned. So while I'm on the break, imagine making a kid your king just because he's the only boy in town. I feel like that would corrupt. Oh, absolutely. It doesn't help that he's already evil incarnate, like himself. Like he comes from demise, like he is evil incarnate. But in this specific situation, it most certainly would not help because it would get to their head that they are automatically made royalty because of them being the only male born in there. And if you play Ocarina of Time, they talk about it with that version of Ganon too. He was born to the Gerudo women. So if you knew that your child born within this tribe, if it's a male, is most likely going to be evil, that also like it'll make us branch into a whole different conversation. 100%. That is a whole different like what ifs and conversation. Because there's been no other male Gerudo that we've seen besides Ganondorf. They say boy moms can be unhinged, but it's wild. See, you also wonder who his mother could be. Because in Ocarina of Time, the twin Rova, they're the ones who raised him, but they weren't his birth mother. They were just twin witches that raised him. So it's very interesting. His whole background is very interesting. I would love to get a game, not like based on Ganon, but in a way that we can get more information about him. Because he's just evil, but he's born from a human woman. It's very interesting. When Zelda speaks with Sonia to learn how to use her own time powers, she's surprised by the Queen's techniques. Sonia then speaks with Zelda about everything she must be struggling with, and the princess then mentions Link. He's never heard of him before, and as Zelda explains who he is, her faith in her friend and hero shines. Oh, I remember this. I do. Main character Ganon. You see, that's where, if they made a game based on learning Ganondorf, it makes me worry that people would try to feel sympathy for him. That is the one thing I do heavily, I can't stress this enough, appreciate about the Legend of Zelda series is how unabashedly evil he is. There is not a single good cell in his body. Like, he is evil incarnate. That is what he is. So if he chooses to do something evil, that's just because that's who he is. If he's going to do something quote unquote nice, like the show of fealty right here, right? It's because he has a crooked plan next to it. And I really appreciate that there is nothing good about who he is. And I like it when there is an evil that is truly just what they are. Because if you look at something like Demon Slayer, that's a good show, for example. All of the demons in it have a depressing backstory. To the point that at some point, even if they kill your favorite character, you're sitting there sympathizing for them, feeling bad for them. And that's what a lot of books and TV shows and movies do today, is they always try to make your villain relatable and make you empathize and or sympathize with them, etc. And in this case, there is none of that with Ganondorf. He's just pure evil, and I love it. And if they were to make a game based on him, or making him playable as the character, I would hope that they would continue to do exactly that. Like, you would know why you're setting this up to do this, and you wouldn't want to, but you want to continue it anyway because you know it's going to happen regardless whether or not you make the choice. That's what I want. I want them to follow his actual narrative, which would be fantastic. The Gerudo end up blaming themselves for him becoming the Demon King, but do they change the tradition? I think it was now that they changed the tradition with being able to aid. Well, actually, no, because if you think about it, back in the day, they still helped. They were one of the sages. They still helped Link. They still stood against Ganon. So I'm like, maybe it's a majority versus the minority for them on making the boy the king. I don't know. That's what I would love to see more of, because now all of their leaders are women. So I'm very curious. Wind Waker Ganondorf is the only unique one he's written with more tragedy, regret, and nostalgia. But yeah, if you also think about it though, because he was there for the sinking of Hyrule. He is the reason why it had sunk, right? And when he talks to the king again, it's full of hatred. He's ready to take over the world and the descendants that both Zelda and Link would have. And I'm pretty sure he says it that way as well. It's been a while since we've played it. We did play it, I say, over a year ago now. But he talks about even their descendants and so on and so forth, because that's what Demise has set up, right? I don't know. I feel like there's just there's no happiness or redemption in him. He may experience other negative emotions, but I still don't think there's anything redemption-wise about his character. Because at the end of the day, he's always going to want power. And he will do anything he needs to, expend any person to get it. And that's what I really like about having him as a villain. He is a very well-made villain. I think we had this discussion about Undertale as well. Very well-made villains. So good. But that's a whole different conversation. Let's get into this next memory.
すみません。どうすれば元の時代に帰れるか考えていました。ソニア様のように時の力を使いこなせるようになれば一歩前進すると思うのですが。そうね。コツはそのものの記憶を引き出してあげるイメージかしら。自分がどこにどんな風にあったか思い出して元の場所に戻ってもらうような。ものの記憶。大丈夫。あなたならすぐ使いこなして帰る方法も見つかるわよ。でもゼルダ、悩み事はそれだけではないのでしょ。え？早く帰る方法を見つけたい。でもこの時代のためにできることも考えたい。どうして
ソニアに隠し事をするのは難しいからな。
気にかけてくれてありがとう、ゼルダ。でも自分の時代を大切にしていいのよ。あなたは時の力だけでなく強く神聖な浜の力も秘めている。それは元の時代を守るために使わなくては。ソニア様、無事に帰ってリンクさんも安心させてあげないとね。
リンク？初めて聞く名前だね。
私のいた時代でハイラル王国と私を救ってくれた勇者です。元は私の護衛をしてくれていたこの絵の騎士だったのですが。
おお、勇者か。
常に鍛錬を欠かさず、どんな絶望的な状況にも立ち向かう。そう、とても強い、心の強い人なんです。
強い信頼を寄せているのだね。ゼルダがそこまで言う彼に私も一度会ってみたいものだよ。
そうね、私もお会いしてみたいわ。きっと凛々しい騎士なのでしょうね。だってゼルダがここまで言うのですから。
And that is one of the first things that he says to Link when he meets him. He's like, Zelda has spoken so highly of you. It's great to finally meet you. And it has you sitting here thinking like, well, he's dead. We're in the past. Zelda spoke to him. Now I'm confused because where is she? Because we're in this current time, right? They did such a good job with this back and forth. Because time travel is a very finicky thing. They did a very good job with this. But yeah, Ganondorf is extremely strong. I wonder who that character in the foreground at the end was. You talking about both of these two? Both of the humans? Because I think they were just regular, because if you look at them, they have regular ears. I think they were just basic humans. Before Sonia and him like founded the kingdom, they just look like basic humans to me. Now, mind you, I haven't played, like we said, Age of Imprisonment, which was the newer one, based on the past. But that's just my theory. A game theory. Anyway. Sonia meets with Zelda in private, and when the princess is revealed to be a creature under Ganondorf's command, Sonia and the real Zelda address the threat with confidence. The false Zelda laughs eerily and vanishes in a mist of gloom. In that moment, Ganondorf steps up behind Sonia and catches the queen by surprise. She falls victim to the scheme.
Zelda, ここなら誰も来ないわ。折り入っての相談というのは何なのですか？なんてバカな人。あら、人を騙してこんなことをする人に。
はい、ママ。
そんな風に言われるのは心外だわ。ガノンドロフの操り人形さん。私たちが何も気づいていないと思っていたの。
Oh my gosh, those facial expressions. Oh. Jesus. But that's the thing, is how hard did he punch her to instantly kill her? Like, that is such a punch. Like, that's how strong this man is. That's why I questioned, why did he even use the Molduga here if he's so strong that simply punching her, who she is strong in her own rights, completely ended her life in an instant? That is insane. Oh, frick. Oh, I completely missed that. Scum, you just gifted... What? You just tipped $100. I completely missed that. Thank you. What the frick? Jesus. Hi, thank you. Welcome in. Good afternoon. I was so enraptured with watching this. Thank you. Gotta get back to work. Well, thank you for stopping by. That's really sweet. I really appreciate it. Big W's in chat. Big capital, not even lowercase. Big W's in chat. Thank you. During a cutscene too? I know. I was so absorbed into the cutscene. I didn't even see it. Yeah, thank you again. That was very sweet. Thank you so much. Exactly, Monty. Wow. But let me catch up. Let me see. A Gerudo dagger. It looks like the scimitar, but small. Yeah! And you don't see any of the Gerudos today use it. It's very interesting. So it makes you think maybe the Gerudo, because that's a very stinky way to take in a fight, especially when someone's back is turned. And Gerudo don't do that. So it just makes me think that's a practice that they don't have, because again, they're very prideful, strong women. I don't see them using stinky methods like that to fight. Like, if they're going to take you on, they're going to take you head on. For sure. Yeah, I know. Insane donation. Oh, that emote is so cute, Monty. By the way, I don't know if you prefer to be called Salta, Montez, Monty. I just see Monte, and I automatically just want to say Monty. So if there's anything else, please feel free to correct me. But that is a super cute emote. 10 out of 10. Yeah. Any variation is fine. Okie dokie. But yeah, this cutscene, like, you expected it. You knew that it was not going to end well, but it definitely took me by surprise because all he did was punch her and she died. So, pretty intense. Pretty freaking intense. Very strong man. Birth of the Demon King. Ooh. With the secret stone he took from Sonia, Ganondorf turns into the Demon King. The gloom that issues from his body creates countless monsters that howl across the world. The king goes to Sonia's side to help his fallen queen. Though furious at Ganondorf, he knows the Demon King is too powerful to confront at that moment. He retreats with Zelda. This tier, I do remember, was in the snowy region. This is where we found this tier in particular. It always looks like he's punching her, but he could have been stabbing her with one of the daggers, and they just don't show it because of rated E. Ooh, I didn't think about that, because I'm like, yeah, there's no blood. There's no blood at all. Blood? Blood? That's not funny. So maybe he did stab her, because that feels a lot more plausible than a punch. Because I'm like, if this man could just punch people dead, then what the frick? What are we fighting? If he could just punch you dead. But I think a knife would make more sense, considering that he was trying to use it to kill her to begin with. Let's see it.
Sonia-sama! Sonia-sama!
ついに我がものとしたぞ。
ソニア。
遅かったな、ラウ。我は手に入れたぞ。貴様らが高みから見下し、当たり前のように独占していた神のごときこの力。その女はお前の傲慢ゆえの犠牲だ。我を拒せると思うた己の不明を食い行くがいい。ラウル、
ガノンドルフ。
今はソニア様を。
Dang. The birth of the first blood moon. I do think maybe he could have also just punched her so hard that he broke her spine. Because at the end of the day, as powerful as they are, they're also human. Right? Like, as that's depicted in the first game for Breath of the Wild, where he had to get resurrected and it took 100 years to bring his body back to where it needed to be. So maybe he truly just snapped her spine immediately and she just died. That could also be plausible because he's a pretty strong dude. But man, that's so intense. And if you saw the stone, how engorged it became with his power, because he just had so much of it. It's insane. The stones appear to imprint on each new bearer, learning the power or powers they hold and restructuring to amplify it. Looking at the way things pulsated, the stone seems to be more of a moniker than a scientific term. Moniker. I'm about to Google search this. Moniker is a name. Oh, that's what that means. I see what you mean. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I would like to believe that she died immediately on impact, especially the way that she fell and couldn't even capture her own stone, versus suffering. The Demon King's army. Having turned into the Demon King, Ganondorf uses his terrifying power to cover the world in gloom. I keep calling it malice. I reverted back to calling it malice again. And sent his army of monsters across Hyrule, attacking the peoples of all territories who oppose him. I mean, you can see the boss bokoblins, the Henix, the Stalniks, your moblins, all of them. Let's see. Okay, so we got the full moon music, but amplified. Ah. Oh, look at his horse. Gosh, that is so clean. His horse. I still stand by the fact, because I said this before when we got Majora's Mask, that fighting a Lionel is still harder than fighting Ganon. Now, I haven't fought Demon King himself. I've only fought his phantoms, which can be, they're tough, don't get me wrong. But fighting a Lionel is still significantly tougher to me than fighting Ganondorf himself. But I'm very curious as to what fighting him is going to be like. The stones are based on Magatama, If you want to do some more research, I bet you could find some info on that. Let me see. Magatama are ancient curved comma-shaped beads from Japan that serve as personal ornaments, status symbols, and ritualistic or ceremonial objects. They're associated with Shinto traditions, symbolizing good fortune and the avoidance of evil. Oh, ain't that ironic? That is so ironic. They're used as amulets or talismans believed to hold spiritual power. Wow, that's so unique. I had no idea that this was based on a real thing. Yeah, that's so ironic because it definitely amplified his power. Not to make it even sadder, but Zelda's insistence to him that Queen Sonia needs you suggests that she... Oh, I didn't even think about that. Suggests that she was alive and that he had some healing skill and spent some trying to save her before she was finally lost. Ah. Oh. But then at least in that sense, because knowing that her... Like, that is her spouse, and not only just a spouse, but a great leader, that he wouldn't want her to suffer. So he would put enough of his power into her that she wouldn't. Because, oh, that's so sad. That makes it even worse. That makes it even worse. The magic cashews are real? I'll never look at a cashew the same again. The sage's vow. Backed into a corner by the attacks in all parts of Hyrule, leaders facing the Demon King's forces gather at his call. He gives each a Zonai secret stone, making them sages with powers amplified by the stones. All the sages raise their voices as one, pledging to fight with the king until the end. If you guys remember, while we played the game, we were also, I don't think it's here. Yeah, they're not here. But we had the imprisoning war memory for each sage when they explained them fighting alongside the king. So that's where all of these four come from. Well, actually, no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have the spiritual sage, which is his sister. We have the Gerudo, which we have the Gerudo sage. We have, gosh, why am I English is so Goron? We have a Goron. We have our Zora. We have our Rito, and then we have our Time Sage, which is Zelda. Now, does she contain both of their powers? Absolutely, but in this case, she takes over Sonia's spot because that was their Time Sage back in the day. So very tough. Very tough. Okay, so they all didn't follow him.
皆の力を私に貸してくれ。
ゼノルス、我ら今ここに光の王を支える魔王討伐を果たすと誓おう。
So good. So in this instance, they talked about how there was multiple villages in the Gerudo region. So maybe when they were all founded, there were separate villages for the Gerudo, and there was this very specific set of them that followed Ganon himself. Excuse me. And not all of them followed him, which is why we have a Gerudo woman on our side. But it seems that over the 10,000 years, they've all combined to be one. And just one. The synopsis says that he gave them the stones, but somewhere in the game, it's written that he made them. Oh, maybe it's in one of those history tablets that he made them. I don't know if they're to get into it more, but it looks like he isn't just a king by birth, but some kind of guild master who has special secret knowledge and skills that protect his people. That would check out, because he seems very all-knowing, but humble at the same time. I feel like I'm feeling unsatisfied by Island. The good thing about it is you could just move it around. Add some new pieces of land, get rid of it, water, etc. It's okay. A king's duty. On the eve of the battle, Zelda tells him that in her future, she's seen that the Demon King is alive, and that it means they won't defeat him the next day. He says that he'll still do what he must, even at the cost of his life. If they fail, their last line of defense will be the knight in the future who wields the sword that seals the darkness. So where is it in this instance? Because they don't have a hero of their time. They don't have a Zelda of their time. But those two existed with the birth of the world. So where is it? I'm so curious. By the way, this isn't your first playthrough, is it? Oh, no, it is. This is 100% my first playthrough. We are actually, after watching these memories, we are about to go fight Ganondorf for the first time. That's why it says it's the finale. Because I haven't beaten the game yet. But today is the day. So we're just rewatching a lot of the memories because it's been a long time since we've seen them. And it's nice. Usually when we watch memories, I'm completely silent. But today, there's a little more bits, obviously, speculation with talking in between them and during some. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Also, this memory in particular, if I show you guys my album, because I had taken a photo a million years ago. Maybe I deleted it. No, I kept it right here. So this specific one, do you see on the bottom left that little grave looking thing? Not him kneeling, but in the middle left, there's a grave. And if you look at it on this, because this is how I kept track of everything, right here. You see that grave? I was like, after the tear, which is when he uses his power for the blood moon, I saw that and I'm like, that looks like a grave. Oh no. And this is before knowing anything happened. And here we are. We're coming up on the grave, which is heartbreaking. This is the grave scene. I'm glad I found this. Well, welcome in. I'm really glad you're able to come in. Usually silent. There's some really fun game analysis. So I'm happy you're you're enjoying it. A lot of people here know me as Yapatron. I do talk just for the cutscenes. There are certain parts where I'll get quiet during gameplay, and then people are like, "Are you muted?" But I'm just so focused on the gameplay itself, especially on a Zelda game, because there's always so much hidden story everywhere you go. But yeah. Next memory. We are getting close to the point where I'll be mixing it up from the memories that we saw to make it chronologically correct. Okay, so look, they do have pointed ears. Okay, so people in this timeline already do have pointed ears.
Sonia. Zelda か。
Oh man.
ラウル様、明日の魔王との決戦の前にお伝えしておきたいことがあります。私がこの時代に来たきっかけは地下で眠っていた男でした。
それで
遺跡により変貌したガノンドロフの姿を見たとき、
You can hear Ganondorf's theme in there,
しました。
which is nice.
地下で目覚めたのは彼だと。あの男はついえなかった。私のいた時代まで生き延びていたのです。明日の戦い、残る全軍による決戦で魔王ガノンドルフを倒すことはできません。
And now she realized that it was his hand.
それでも私はやらねばならぬ。あれは我がおごりにより生まれた。その過ちは償わねばならぬ。そして何よりも私はハイラルの王だ。王は民を、国を守り育むのが務め。たとえこの命を落としてもな。
ラウル様、
もしもあの男を倒すことが叶わぬ時は、君の言っていた大魔の剣を持つ剣士リンク殿に全てを託そう。しかしそれは君がこの世界に現れなかった未来。
You hear the theme
今
music?
はここにいてくれる。ゼルダ、私は君がこの世界に来たことに意味があると思っているよ。
私が来た意味。
Wait a minute. This area, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. This area that they're standing in is this one right here, the Forgotten Temple. Cuz this is where the mural is. This is where you see that whole thing where all the secret stones were kept. Is Sonia's grave still there after 10,000 years? Because that's where they were standing. And I'm very curious as to whether or not her grave is still in this area. Ooh, it has me so curious. Huh. Because this is this area right here. And I don't think I have a photo of the room before it, which is the one they were just standing in. But I'm curious. Sounds like you actually do the reading. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Every single bit of lore that I can grab in a game, I'm going to do 100%. Okay, here we go. The Imprisoning War. So this is actually the last memory that you get in the game. These are the extra ones that you get if you continue it after this, if you choose to, but that's the only way you can get the sword. But I remember this is like the last one that catches us up to the current time period. So this is where we're going to change movements around. So after we watch the Imprisoning War, which is number 14, we're going to go to number 16. After 16, we're going to go to 15. After 15, we're going to 17 and then 18. 18 will still be the last memory we watch. In the battle against Demon King Ganondorf, the king realizes that he and his allies have found themselves in a fatal moment. Knowing he is at fault for Ganondorf's rise in Hyrule and for the theft of the secret stone, he risks his life to imprison the tyrant. See, the thing is he talked about hubris, which is godlike arrogance, if anyone's ever heard that word before. But not once in any of these memories that we've gotten to know the king has he showed any of that arrogance. If anything, Ganondorf shows a significant amount of it. But he does not. So I was very surprised to see him say that about himself, because he obviously cast all the fault of the demise of not only his wife, but the kingdom with Ganondorf's rise in power. He puts it on himself, which I don't understand, because evil will find a way to make it up where it needs to, whether you're there or not, to impede it. So maybe it's because, like you said, with the history that he made the stones, that he would feel responsible for the rise in power, but he didn't give a stone to Ganon. Ganon killed his wife to steal it. So I don't know. Very, very interesting way that he would see himself.
遥かな過去、神の末裔ゾナウ族は大いなる英知とともに天より地上へと降臨しました。神の遺産、持つ者の力を倍化させる秘宝、秘跡を携えて、私の弟ラウルはゾナウの術をもって民を導き、そこで出会った地上の娘ソニアと結ばれました。ラウルはソニアに一つの秘跡を送り、そして二人は大地に国を起こしました。ラウルが王、ソニアが王妃となった王国の名はハイラル。二人は多くの民と共に繁栄の礎を築いていったのです。しかし突如、悲劇が訪れました。
We have the king's, Zelda's dad, his theme.
ゲルドの頭目ガノンドロフがソニアの命を奪い、彼女の秘跡を手に入れたのです。ガノンドロフは秘跡の力で人から魔王へと変貌を遂げ、あまたの魔物を生み出し世界を襲いました。ハイラル王国は襲い来る魔物たちと懸命に戦いましたが、邪悪な力に押され窮地に立たされていったのです。ラウルはその状況を打開すべく一つの策を講じました。力ある戦士たちに秘跡を託し、賢者となった彼らと魔王ガノンドロフを倒そうとしたのです。数で勝るラウルたちは魔王を打ち果たせるはずでした。しかし魔王の力は想像をはるかに超えて膨れ上がっていました。私はその猛攻の前に倒れ、もはや我らに勝機はありませんでした。そしてラウルは
Ganondorf needs to brush his teeth. Jesus, that gives me so many goosebumps. That is what we walk up to at the beginning of the game. Right here is his hand still on his chest. But what I'm surprised with is why our king didn't get mummified alongside Ganon after all those years. Is why did only Ganon, his body, stay there, which is so interesting. But holy crap, does that give you absolute shivers. Because he sacrificed his life to ensure that he froze him in a stasis. That's a good thing for a leader to do. You're responsible for a lot. It's like going down. Oh, absolutely. I never understood why he would say that he had hubris, because he didn't have any type of godlike arrogance. From what it seems, it felt that he was very selfless and very caring for the world that he started to inhabit. It was just very interesting. Like, yeah, go down with the ship. And he was a phenomenal leader. It was just, for me, knowing how great of a leader he was to bring himself down that way. Gotta watch when that third eye opens. I know, like when you see him first open it in this scene right here, I'm like, I knew it was an eye. I knew it. Welcome in, Penguin. Are you winning? We're rewatching the memories before we wreck him. Is this the big fight? No, we're very close. This is where I start mixing up the memories to make sense chronologically at the end. So the next one, we're going to skip 15. We're going to 16. Then we're going to go back to 15. Then we're going to go to 17 and then 18. So we're going to watch 16 next, because this is going to take place directly after the fight that we just saw. This scene right here, I know it looks like it's back in time and how early it happens in the game, but this is also the moment right after Link wakes up and Zelda disappears that he returns the sword to her. So she went through this whole background with him only just waking up. So you're going to see a lot of how this ties together, which is why we're going to watch this one next. I don't know much about the third eye symbolism, but in battle it usually means trouble for whomever it's looking at. Oh, well, it sure did. He got wrecked. He got frozen in time, placed into a stasis to where he could not access a morsel of his power. The power of being there when they first invented chocolate. That's what it is. His hubris was walking around with that waist. He did have a very nice waist, yes. He had Shakira's hips, a snatched waist, and a very, very broad chest. But here we go. So, critical decisions. Zelda informs her that she has come up with a plan to restore the Master Sword by performing an act that she herself has said is expressly forbidden. It'll consume Zelda's sense of self, but the princess insists that she will make this ultimate sacrifice. She's gravely opposed, but promises to help to the best of her abilities.
ではその剣もあなたと同じように時を超えてきたと。
はい、元いた時代で私は見たのです。このマスターソードが砕けながらも魔王に傷を負わせたところを。
我らの力がまるで通じなかったあの魔王に。しかしその剣で何をしようというのです。
マスターソードは聖なる力を満たし続けることで。
That song comes from Skyward Sword. If anyone recognizes it, that was Fi's theme.
再生と強化が可能なのであれば、魔王に対する切り札になり得るかもしれない。しかし、魔王に対抗できるほどの力を持たせるには、長い長い時間が必要でしょう。それほど途方もない間、聖なる力で満たし続けるなど、一体どうやって？
方法はあります。
まさか。
はい、あの術で私が
言ったはずです。あれは禁断の術、人を捨てるということだと。それをあなたは。
ミネル様。
もう人には戻れないのですよ。
剣を手にした時、確信したのです。私はこのために時を超えてきたのだと。私はマスターソードを復活させ、リンクに届けたい。
わかりました。決意は固いようですね。こたびのことは我らゾナウのおごりが招いたも同然。私も残された命のすべてを。
So it seems she blames herself as well.
リンク殿にかけ最善を尽くしましょう。我が肉体が滅びようとも魂の続く限り。
So it seems because of the beings they both were that they took responsibility for what happened. Master Sword in Time. So this is going to be somewhat back and forward at the same time memory. As Zelda worries about the Demon King breaking free in the future, a decayed Master Sword appears before her, delivering the news to Zelda that Link is safe in her time. This helps Zelda realize the reason behind her traveling to the ancient days of Hyrule. She finally knows what she must do. Ganondorf was basically selfish, so his power was naturally more focused on preserving his own self. His power is more like a sort of priesthood meant to serve others. Absolutely. And that's where I'm like, when you see how humble the king was, you wouldn't think, again, he would say anything about having arrogance when that was like the furthest from it. Maybe he could feel guilt for being the creator of the stones. But other than that, I can't see any other reason for him to feel that way. So this will be right after the battle.
どうにか封印はできたけれど、リンク、このままではあなたでも勝てない。
And this is what happens at the beginning of the game. We walk up to this and we put the Master Sword in it to see Zelda grab it. And that there is Fi. That is the spirit that dwells within the sword.
なのですね。あなたは復活するために時を超えて私のもとへ。
ゼルダ、私は君がこの世界に来たことに意味があると思っているよ。
私にできることがある。いいえ、これは私にしかできないこと。あの男を倒せる。
竜へと姿を変えた者の心は永劫に戻らない。
人に戻れない。リンク、私を探して。
We're leading up to my least favorite part. So that anyone who watched it, this is the part that made me actually cry. Only Zelda game that's ever successfully done it. And we're gonna see it. It's been a long time since I've watched it. So he saw that Ganondorf was evil, but instead of keeping that evil out of his kingdom from the beginning, he let it in so that he could study it, thinking that it would always be able to control the consequences. It reminds me of the scientists who invented powerful destructive forces and then turned their lives towards promoting peace. Yeah, actually, I guess that would make a lot more sense why he felt that way then. Yeah, you're right, because he did let it into the kingdom, which was the reason why, I mean, it ended up falling. I really appreciate that synopsis, because I didn't even think about that. It's been 1 week since you've looked at me. All right. Here we go, guys. Tears of the Dragon. After leaving the Puripad in her care, Zelda swallows the secret stone, holding a hope for Link's future in her heart. As bright light washes over her, Zelda transforms into the Light Dragon, roaring as she ascends into the sky. Tears fall from her eyes and rain from the heavens as the light dragon vanishes into an expanse of clouds.
聖なる力を浴び、その力が強大であればあるほど剣の力もまた強くなるのだ。
あなたは時の力だけでなく強く神聖な浜の力も秘めている。
奇跡を飲んだ者は調整不老の竜となり、永劫の時を手に入れる。
ミネル様、よろしくお願いします。リンク、マスターソードは必ず復活させます。
That's the Breath of the Wild music
その日まで私が聖なる
and Zelda's music.
必ず魔王を打ち倒せる剣に。
竜へと姿を変えた者の心は永劫に戻らない。
だから
It still gets me. I gotta drink some water. I always have to just take a breath, because if I sit here, I'll tear up. I can't do it. I can't. It done got me. Okay. But yeah, this moment, I remember when I was streaming it, I sat there in shock, because I couldn't believe it. I sat there in shock, and I was crying. Even now, like my throat feels, sore, and my eyes have a little bit of water welling in them. I could definitely hold it back a little more now, but I was absolutely shocked that they would, and I think I said this before, they essentially, it's like they killed her. That dragon is no longer Zelda. Like, she is, that is why we took all of her memories from these tears. Like, that is not her any longer. And that sacrifice with the beloved franchise and having Zelda absolutely wrecked me. Absolutely wrecked me. And I am talking now because I see that you guys are back from ad break. I didn't realize the ad was coming up. Otherwise, I would have waited for the cutscene. But it really messed me up, because the way they explain it, and then when you talk to Impa after finding all the memories and explain it, there truly is no way to bring her back. And that's even what his sister said to hers. You will not come back. That is what you become, who you are. Your immortal life, you become immortal, and you lose who you are. And for them to do that to Zelda, of all characters, because she had a lot, let's be honest, she had a lot of character growth from the first game to this one. And I became pretty attached to her because she's so spunky. And it really hurt. And I agree with you, Danny. It was very ballsy of Nintendo to do that to such a beloved character. Because like you said, Monty, the sacrifice is sacrificing your life. She's no longer her. And I remember that was the first thing I saw in the game, and it said Light Dragon. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a new dragon. That's not in the other game. And I was so confused, because I'm like, I can't wait to figure out who this dragon is. Because the other three are based off of the three goddesses. So I'm like, who is this one? The Light Dragon. Is this based off of our actual goddess? And no, it's a reincarnated girl. It's Zelda. So it was very painful to watch. It was very, very painful to watch. Tears of the Dragon? You mean Tears of the Zoa? Yeah, might as well make these my tears and make me the dragon with the way that it made me cry. I was very surprised. Again, I cried for like 2 hours. Not even lying. I was very surprised that they chose to do that to her. Oh, I love that Sora emote for the crying. That's fantastic. Love Kingdom Hearts. In a way, though, we should have expected her to eventually do it from the moment she heard someone say, oh, absolutely. And I had made that hypothesis when right here, because it was the fifth memory. When we were actively playing the game, I was like, no, they wouldn't. Because my first thought was maybe the Zonai were going to turn into it. How did they know about this? It means someone has become a dragon at some point. But I was like, no, ain't no way they're going to do that. Tell me I'm wrong. And yeah, I wish I was wrong. I'm very glad they did it. in terms of, emotionally wrecking us and adding something to the story that was different, but it doesn't make me any less sad that they did it. Zelda was never one to quietly follow the rules. Yeah, I do apologize. You guys can hear Miss Maple in the background. There's someone outside the house, and she is barking real hard. Apparently, excuse me. Oh, I didn't know that, Danny. That's cool. Get him, puppy. But yeah, this one really got me. That was. I started to tear up with this, the Master Sword in Time. This is when I started to tear up. This is when my throat started to hurt. This is when I cried. Because I wasn't initially planning to get all of these memories back to back. But I'm like, you know what? I'm already here. Let me just go ahead and do it. And that's exactly what I did. I just went ahead and did it. And yeah, I got wrecked. But here we go. Zelda's wish. Zelda clutches the decayed Master Sword close to her chest and calls to Link, hoping that the sword, which she's suffusing with new power, can find a way to him somehow.
Link. あなたの剣、マスターソードは魔王を滅する唯一の力。一度は魔王に敗れたけれど、長い眠りがこの深い傷を癒し。
And I don't know if you guys noticed, she's calling the sword her. So yes, she calls the Master Sword her because if you've ever played Skyward Sword, there's a spirit called Fi. Skyward Sword is supposed to be the birth of all Zelda games. If you ever look at the timeline tree for it, Skyward Sword will be the first one. Because in there's the first iterations of both Link, Zelda, and Ganon, also known as Demise. And Fi is the spirit that resides within the Master Sword. So when you see it glowing blue or flashing blue, that is Fi. Because she permanently slumbers inside the sword until the sword needs to be utilized again. And I don't know if you've noticed in other video games, Zelda will say she can hear the voice, or Link can hear the voice. Like they talk about the spirit they hear talking to them. And in this instance, they're talking about Fi. But this is one of the very few instances that they actually call the sword her. Because the sword is the sword no matter what. Link is able to seal the darkness when Fi wasn't in it. But Fi is permanently residing in this sword. I've heard of Fi, but never caught that in Zelda's monologue. Yeah, she says her. And it... Again, I was still crying like a baby. So I didn't get the chance to discuss this right after we had discovered all of these cutscenes. I had actually come back to it the next time we had played it. But that was one of the things that really caught my attention because they never reference any of the other games, Fi. Even though you know that's who's in the sword, they never reference her. And this was one of the few moments that they did. So it was very nice. Also, the fact that he knew how to make the secret stones and his sister knew the ancient lore about them also points to them having learned the skill in some sort of guild. Yeah, and that's why I guess it would make sense why they feel responsible for what's taking place in this kingdom of Hyrule. But I also still stand by the fact that Ganon is unbelievably strong and would have found a way to wreck the world regardless. They just happened to have something that bolstered him, unfortunately. They had a catalyst. Danny. But yeah, that is the final memory. There is a lot that can be unraveled with all of these, as we have discussed in between each of the memories. But yeah, it's very nice. They play homage to a lot of other games. That's what made me fall in love with Breath of the Wild. And in this, Tears of the Kingdom, again, the first time seeing these memories, I didn't hear a lot of these songs. This is only my second time watching them. I didn't hear a lot of these songs or different nuances or secrets that were right in front of us until seeing it now. Like how you saw that she refers to the sword as her. Like she's been waiting for you, etc. It's very nice to see this. But yeah, those were all the memories. This will be posted, of course, for anyone watching on YouTube in the future in its entirety. As you can see, I will place a skippable point for when we are about to go fight Ganon, though. So we are about to go. We're going to jump and we're going to make our way through. We're going to talk to our people. We're going to walk up and we are going to dive. I just saw a star. I just saw a star fall. I saw that. But okay, yeah, we are going to fight them true to my style with Midna's helm and these greaves. Because the greaves offer the most defense. We have level 7 defense with them. As much as I would like this for attack up, it's whatever. So, true to when we first started this game. Let's do this. And here we go. I was thinking human forms. I have to see them. And I can rank them. If it's just based on looks alone, I can rank them. I suppose we're already past everyone asking if you've cooked enough food and brought enough arrows and stuff like that. Well, you would be the first one to ask. But no, from the beginning of the game, I have had a full inventory of food. That has never been an issue, that's for sure. And as for arrows, we have 32, so I could purchase some more. I know, see, they all know. I be chefing it up in here. I will say I do still appreciate being able to run around Hyrule without guardians wanting to blast me every few seconds. I kind of cheesed this fight. I used duplication. Duplication? What? I don't understand what you mean. I had to look at the abilities like, huh? Yeah, right here you would have the walking guardians coming after you. I used a glitch to duplicate the ancient blades. Oh, you're talking about where is it? These? Yeah, they're pretty strong. This is plus 50, so they're pretty freaking strong. So I just used arrows. I see. Nah, I'm gonna fight him the way I did in the first game. Oh, that's right. There's... I almost called him Marvin. His name is not Marvin by a long shot. Colton. Is it Colton? I mean, yeah, if you go down to where you get homegirl, you can buy more if I remember correctly. I want to say we bought all of the clothes minus the the glow things and whatnot. I also find it very interesting that the Yiga are the Sheikah clan, just with the upside down symbol. So what made them defect, right? Like, what is it? Why did they defect? Oh, hi, Pura. The Demon King is in the deepest reaches of the depths, far beneath Hyrule Castle. There's nothing else I can do now. I'll let all the sages know right away that you're headed to where the Demon King is, so don't worry. Princess Zelda's final wish, please hit the Demon King right in the face for me. By the way, is that the tunic the princess made? I'm glad to see that it made its way back to you. It suits you. Girl. Oh, thank you. True to Zelda style. We're running around. Let's do it. So, for those who don't know, I did accidentally, and I'm glad my intuition was correct, I did accidentally make my way into Ganon's cave. And then I saw Gibdos, and I heard music, and I'm like, this feels wrong. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. And I promptly left. So we did accidentally discover how to get to the bottom of the castle. But we're gonna still run there the natural way. It's just been a long time since we've been there. I don't even think we had finished all of our main dungeons yet. And I'm like, this feels very final. We didn't even have the Master Sword, nothing. And we left. So it's now it's time for us to make our return. I do still use that Ultra Hand as magnesis. Alright, so I already know what plummeting point that I want to fall from. $50 a pop, as I recall. I could say I don't remember how much it cost, personally. Because I didn't buy anything. I ended up leaving there because I didn't realize homeboy Master Koga was still alive. So once I had discovered that, I was like, oh no, we are doing his side quest immediately. And thankfully, we had already discovered a majority of the depths, so it was very easy being able to follow him. I want to say I go... Yeah, I don't fight the moblin. Or Horriblins. I want to say it's over here. And then to the right, where I dove last time. Yep. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, of course. There's that in between. It's okay. We're gonna fully heal with hearts anyway. Oh, it's so dark. I forgot how dark it gets. I completely forgot how dark it gets. I can't believe I hit that cliff. Oh, the fighting music is so good here too. Because this is the only place you hear this music. It's definitely disconcerting. So I remember rushing through here because I didn't know which way to go. So we're going to do the same method of just trying to go through. Now, could I wear Majora's Mask? Absolutely. Will I? Likely not. Nope. Nope. Okay, I believe we're coming up on the line. Oh! Your mother. You've been down here before? Yeah, accidentally. That was the story I was just... that I was just sharing. I didn't know what was down here, so I accidentally found it. And then I said this felt very final, and I promptly left. So once I was like, this feels very final. I don't know what's going on here. Once we had talked to Pura and found out that he resides in here, I'm like, I'm so glad we left when we did, because it felt far too foreboding. Had a similar experience in Breath of the Wild. Yeah, with the castle. At least I knew with the castle, because that's where he kept circling. You knew that's where he was. But here, I'm like, oh, secret depths. What's here? Nothing but my demise. That's what's here. I am going to temporarily switch to the mask for when we get a little lower, because I know my sages eventually will not be able to follow me. So we are going to go through here. Oh, one of the bats got me. These freaking bats. And we did go down every single one of these stairs before, because there's some good weapons. And then this is where they say the sages don't work. The power of a sage cannot reach you. And I was like, whoa, why? Why? Why can nothing reach me here? Please explain. Okay, is there anything I can fuse? I like how I've kept this spear the entire game and didn't use it once. No, everything's a good weapon. We have the double gloom sword. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, we do have one of each of Ganon's weapons. We have the spear, his bow, the sword, and I think there's another weapon. But I don't think I need any of these. Everything is... Yep. I'm just double checking. Everything is combined. I could get rid of the core, the flux construct core, because I want to say these are stronger as a base. Can I fuse a shield to my shield? I probably can, but I won't. Like to this shield. This one though, I will. Old habits die hard. That's a mighty construct bow, which is 24. So we're gonna stick with the bow. I can drop this one, get this new bow. I'll probably use his bow against him because it's 60. And I also did not have, I don't think I had Majora's Mask the last time I came. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But I want to say I didn't. Link is a noble swordsman who never backs down from any challenge. The sneaking past them is completely kosher. Zelda unabridged. Absolutely. If there's anything about me, I typically won't wreck a monster unless it tries to fight me first. And in this case, they usually do. But I try my best not to wreck them. Hi. Is there really no wheel? Just a rocket? Oh, no. I'll take you. All right. Fare thee well. Have a good day. I lied, I'm stuck. Oh, that's right. This is why they wanted to fight me. Because of the blobs. The blobs. The blobs. Frick. I forgot about the blobs. I don't want to play. I don't believe in playing. No, thank you. Your mother. Go, Link, go. Why are you stuck? What is this? What kind of tomfoolery? Link, oh my good gravy. You stress me out. I wanted just to fly across. Oh, there's hands. I don't want to play. No, thank you. I guess we're gonna go up this way again. No, I don't want to play. At least the rocks stay broken. I got the link in the stealth PJs 24/7. Oh, there's two of them, but the Yiga one. There's also this one, which works really well. The Phantom Ganon outfit. Okay, Danny, I just read that, so I really look forward to seeing how it works for you. And Tears of the Kingdom, I use the Yiga suit. Okay. I'm understanding. Okay, and then there's him. We would have went straight across, but then I was like, why are we going down? Where are we? This looks really familiar. And you guys will see why. I'm like, what is this? And I went, no. If you guys remember from the beginning of the game, these are the stairs that we went down with Zelda. And that's where it stops us. We couldn't go further up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're back at the beginning of the game. And then here comes the music. Do you hear it? Oh! Hey, how you doing? And then I saw the Gibdos here. I was flabbergasted. Don't mind if I take your arrows. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye. And they can't go past those rocks, so I kept those there. And here we are. And then I found out that I could bond these walls, the last 2 available murals. I saw this, and I saw this. And I said no in my head like it was a prayer. Like it was a freaking prayer. Because I'm like, no way that they're going to do this to us. No. So here we go. We have the start of the civilization with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 Zonai stones. To where they came together. To when he killed her. To when he rose to power. To when they fought him. To when she took the sword and became a dragon. And we walked over here. The music swelling. Remembering this is where we walked with Zelda. To the chasm where we first discovered Ganon. I love how you're beating this with only 2 circles of stamina. Old habits die hard, what can I say? That's all I need. Let's freaking do this. They put her torch here? Are you kidding me? They left her torch here on the floor? I didn't know there was going to be another dive. But we're doing this. We're taking this final dive for Zelda. And we're ending this.
古の過ちを今償いましょう。魔王との長き因縁に決着を。
Oh, is this the best that you can do? You have to summon people to fight for you. That's very weak. That's it. Okay, now we got Lizalfos. What else? Okay. The Zalfos can be a little more tricky when they shoot arrows. And their spit. How is the Master Sword running on low on energy? You're glowing! The Sage of Bromance? Absolutely. Your squad also showed up? Well, to be fair, they showed up first. That was, in fact, not it. I know the Gibdo hate light. Your mother. I do like the Gibdo bones because they break armor super well. Wicked shot. I'll hold on to these. I don't need them yet. If they bring out a Lionel, I'm going to be so ticked off. Oh my goodness. Still can't believe the Master Sword broke. Oh, Colgera. That's the only one whose name I remember. Okay, so our sages are going to take over these monsters. Yep. Oh, frick. They got enclosed in an arena with all 4 of them. Oh, yeah. Muktarak, Marbled Goma, and Queen Gibdo. Just to preface, Muktarak is my least favorite. Interesting. Look how the smoke goes around my feet. I would appreciate if, you know, you could be working. I'm about to fight the final boss without you. What does this mean? What is this? All right. Let's freaking do this. Why is my sword not glowing?
これよりこの地をあるべき姿に戻す。世界は我が統べる、我が定める。それこそが王である。
You know, you're one to talk about weak foes when you sent whole hordes of monsters my way. But does your sword glow? The Menace Unleashed. I really thought I had that timed. We'll get this. There we go. He's gonna have a second phase. This is far too easy. Will this work against him? Nope. Ooh, he went up, down. Okay. Yeah, you thought. Oh, spear time? I think the bomb does the most damage.
無様だな。久しい感覚だ。血が湧き肉が踊る。そして体の隅々までさらなる力の解放を渇望しておる。
Oh, the music! It's his music! Oh, you hear this in Ocarina of Time! Yes! I love it! Oh, of course you have to have phantoms. Oh, Jesus, that health bar! What the frick is that? What? Are you kidding me? What? That is so funny. Where's my Gibdo bone? Those things hit. It was filling up as you were focused on the music, but it's so good. His music's more important than him. It's okay. And I'll tell him to his face. Did I pass the Gibdo bone? No. Ooh, I could use these too. These hurt. Right? Yeah, they hurt a good bit.
Ganondorf, 今こそ決着を。
Okay, now I can find the Gibdo bone. I think I passed it. Oh, there it is. I'm targeting the wrong one. Oh, I shot the arrow back at him? What? 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 Wait, Wait, I just shot the arrow back with my sword. I didn't know I could do that. What? Okay, girl. You're in my way. Frick, I knew it. I don't think I have any more sun things, do I? No, those are the only ones. Oh, I don't have my sword equipped. This is back. I don't think he can be frozen either. Will that do anything to him? No, that does nothing. These always aim to hit the face, right? I keep hitting the wrong one. Oh, he's in a corner now. Oh, frick, he's coming for me! I didn't even see him! I was so distracted. Okay. Halfway through. Okay, so he called them back. Oh, excuse me. Why didn't I jump? Oh, frick. Oh, he took away one of my hearts. Huh. He parried my parry? What? Well, that's very muck-to-rock of you. He's gonna go sideways. I hope I'm not supposed to pick them up. I wish I could heal. Imagine if I made like a portable cooking pot here and made some like healing items. I'm considering it. Okay. Maybe. Can I? I've actually never used it, so can I use it? Yeah, I sure can. So what if? Wait, what if? Wait. Wait. Can I do this mid-fight? Please tell me I can. Frick. I may not get it in time. Oh, not with how close he just got to me. Okay. So now if I do this, do this. Oh my gosh, the button was right there. He destroyed it. Oh, you're a bum for that. Aww. You can't cook when enemies are near? I tried. Okay. Can I use this? Oh my gosh, I can. I forgot I could do this. What if? What if? Oh my gosh, what are all these atrocities? Oh, he broke it. I'm messing up all my buttons right now. Man, he shouldn't be able to flurry my flurries. Oh. Whack. Okay. So just outrun these. Oh, they still hit you anyway. You mother frick. had a feeling. I freaking knew it. You're lucky your music's good. Frick. I mean, considering I had no life, I'm pretty happy. This doesn't feel very final, though. He's not done with me. What the frick? No! No! No, you will not. No, you will not. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh, I'm gonna be so... Don't you dare. He did! No, he freaking didn't. Zelda! Holy crap, he's huge. Am I gonna fight on Zelda? I am! Oh, you getting Shrek'd? I got full health now. That's it. You're done. Hey, you're done. You're done. Okay, how are we fighting this girl? How are we doing this? Is none of it coming to me? Mama ain't raised. Hyrule ain't raised no wimp. Gosh, his dragon form is so cool looking. Yeah, Ganondorf's got something stuck in his teeth. Just a little Link. Just a casual hero. Mama Zelda! Good dragons get fabulous eyelashes. Evil ones get back knee. Yeah, you see them boils? Oh, look at the sky. This is it. This is it. I see it. Ooh, you're so lucky I missed. You're so lucky I missed. Where is she? Jesus.
ないのですね。よかった。本当によかった。でもどうして。いえ、わかります。私ずっとまどろみの中にいました。そこでとても大きな暖かなものに包まれて目が覚めたんです。ありがとう。私ずっと昔の時代でいろんな人に会いました。あなたに話したいことがたくさんあります。ただいま、リンク。
Sorry, guys. I was just so taken aback. Like, I had a lot of happy tears because I was so shocked. I didn't think they were going to bring her back. I just... Like, bro, they put me through so much pain. But like, I was so happy to see Link's face. And then when it told me to go catch her, and it brought back that little cinematic to grab her, it just pulled on my heartstrings a little bit. I'm happy, but I still want to fight the devs. I really thought she was just gonna fly off after helping us. You can't be sad when you listen to Sidon's theme. And I promise I'll catch up to you guys talking. I'm just absorbing all of this. I just can't believe this game made me cry twice. Oh my goodness.
Mm. こんな広大な土地を丸ごと空に浮かべるなんて。改めてゾナウ文明の力を実感するわ。
あなた方をここに連れてくることができてよかった。ここからハイラルのすべてを見てもらいたかったのです。
僕こんな高いとこ初めてごろ。
ああ、素晴らしい景色だ。ゼルダはずっとこの空にいたのだな。
ええ、覚えてはいないのですが、もう一度ここに立てるとは思っていませんでした。
これは推論に過ぎませんが、ラウルの光とソニアの時の力、二人がリンクに力を貸して奇跡を起こしたのかもしれません。
はい。
時が来たようです。
ミネル様。
はるか昔、私たちが先の時代に委ねてしまった災いはあなた方が払ってくれました。これで私もラウルたちのもとへ行くことができます。
あ、
集いし我らこの後もゼルダ姫をさにぎゃゼルダ姫を支えハイラルの安寧を誓おう。
ラウルとソニアにも伝えましょう。
ミネル様、
あなたの思いもあの二人のもとに。ありがとう。
ラウル様、ソニア様、ミネル様、そして古代の賢者たち。あの方たちが願ったのは束の間ではなく永遠に続くハイラルの安寧。私はその思いに応えたい。これからもずっと。みんな力を貸してください、私に。